Saturday night. It's starting to get a little cold out. I should wear a hat. What are you doing on a Saturday night? I'm doing squats. I'm going to warm up with some goblet squats, things of that nature. Yo. How's my hair look, Bob? Kind of got the boy band thing going on. Figure everybody's telling me how small my legs are, so I'll do squats tonight. I'm gonna start with like the physical therapy squats, goblet squats, horseshoe. You get a chance, check out my recent videos. What am I looking for? I mean, I'll watch them. I just got done working, dude. Your first day of volume. What'd you work on? What did you do? Did you do full body? What's up, Andy? Abby Lynn, hi. Hey. We're doing leg day. Because Andy, the Bible says he wants you to be strong. You gotta take care of yourself. Parallel bars, push-ups, and handstand push-ups. Right on. How long did it take you to be able to live stream when you got 50 subs? I'm going to be honest with you, bro. This whole thing's new to me. Like, I didn't even know. One day someone told me to live stream, and that was recently, and I already had 2,000 something subs. And from what I understand, though, I think, don't you have to have, if you go to live stream, it should tell you what the requirements are. Because what's his name? My buddy, he's only got 290, 300 subs, something like that, and he live streams. But I'm not 100% sure what the requirements are. Probably do some heavy barbell squatting here. Body weight. Hey, question for you. What's the requirement for streaming if you're a newer channel? Or with Bra was asking. Bro, you can go live from a desktop or a laptop. So you just can't do it from your phone. Do, 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 do. You had a good workout today. It was nice seeing what you guys do. Anybody who asks me about losing weight, I'm going to point them in your direction. Yeah, there's really nobody in the stream right now, so I wouldn't worry too much about it. It usually takes a little bit to pick up. But it's also Saturday, so maybe people are out doing stuff. I was watching a stream from, or a video from the Pioneer, who I very much like. I very much endorse his training. But it pissed me off because he was talking about steroid users, saying that muscles grow faster than tendons, so your tendons are prone to injury, and that you can't be flexible. And he was talking about boxing, you can't punch properly. And I was like, no, you're so full of shit, dude. Like, all of that's training. If you want to be flexible, you train to be flexible. If you want tendon strength, you do full range of motion exercises. What do we got here? Looking strong, kid. Thank you, brother. What's the secret to getting big? You gotta eat a lot and train. What else? Let's see. Koa. What exercises would you recommend for calisthenics beginner? Funny you should ask. There's a gentleman, Bodyweight Beast Fitness, in the chat right now. What I would recommend is you subscribe to his channel immediately and you start doing what he does. What's up, what's up, brother? How many daily calories? Not that many, but when I train heavy, like 3,500. But I'm also a little bit older, so I'm 50, and I'm maintaining a weight class, so I really don't need. I don't really need to eat that much. How much test you on? Not that much. I don't really. I got demonetized, and I don't really want to talk. I don't mind being open and honest or telling you guys what I'm taking, but like, you gotta kind of be careful. You can't just start talking about that otherwise. Damn, I'm on 4K. I have skinny boy jeans. You might need to eat more than 4. You know, if you're a hard gainer. What's the daily meals like? I do intermittent fasting, so I do 18 hours of not eating and then 6 hours of pretty much just going nuts. But I eat a lot of eggs, steak, chicken, fish, rice, potatoes, cheese. I love cheese. And I like ice cream too. What's your go-to protein? I would say red meat, but I eat, like I said, I eat a lot of eggs because I have chickens. I have 21 chickens, so I probably eat 6 to 8 eggs a day. You're divorced, aren't you? Yes, I've had. I'm on my second marriage. Mad Dog, give me a dare. Uh, Squat 50% of your body weight for 35 reps. Sincere Essence, beautiful man. Thank you. Night Owl. Question: are you asking if I'm divorced? King's Mindset. Are you natural? No. Captain America, Lunchley. Made a Japanese ramen tonight. Oh, so yeah, we had that's what we had for dinner last night. We went and ate Japanese ramen. My daughter had katsu pork. I had my wife had curry. I didn't like her curry, but and we squat your max. Probably not tonight. I'm gonna go heavy though. Eric Lapointe. What's up, big man? Maxwell. Well, young lady. My daughter, she's in there playing Roblox with her friend. I was trying to get her out here. You're going to die. Does that bother you? We're all going to die. Does that bother you? AB. I love it when people aren't afraid to declare their unnatty status. I mean, I guess I could lie about it, but there's two things. One, it's pretty obvious, and two, Marie, I want you guys to have good information. You know what I mean? Gemini, dumb question. Yeah, there's. What did my dad used to say? There's no such thing as a dumb question. There's just dumb people. Yona Fuentes, damn man, you're in shape. How much you bench? Jonah, it turns out I'm a lying sack of shit. So, I've been telling everybody I could bench 405 pounds, but it was brought to my attention that my football bar doesn't weigh 45 pounds. And I said, you're full of shit. So I weighed it, and it's only 38 pounds. So I've been lying and telling everybody I'm between 405 and 410, but I'm actually, I got to subtract 7 pounds from that. I don't know. It feels like 45. I didn't ever. There's a 7 pound difference, but hey, 7 pounds is 7 pounds. Can you fight Jake Paul? I think I would actually hold my own against him. I'm not even lying. That fight was scripted last night. I watched it and I rewatched it and I watched it in slow motion and I watched them both hit each other. And I know Jake can hit a lot harder than he was hitting Mike. And I know for a fact Mike could hit a lot harder than he was hitting Jake. And they both connected a couple times. When I noticed Mike, when he does his normal, like, he jump hooks, he was telegraphing. Like, you got to tell me that man with all the training he's done is going to telegraph those? They're absolutely not. They made it look pretty good though. Can you bench like 495? I wish. Deca and Winstrol. Is that what you're on? Oh, that was my recipe back in the day. Well, I don't want to get into steroids because I got demonetized last time. But I take a test in DHB. Yeah, Mike was definitely holding back AB. Yeah, they both were. I don't think Jake's all that good of a boxer, but he hits really hard. And he had a couple of really. You can just see it in slow motion. He's 58. No, I'm all right. I don't know, man. I'm 50 and I box. I go to a gym 3 times a week and I train with a professional trainer. And while I'm not in any way purporting to be anywhere near Mike or Jake, what I am saying is that the speed and the way they were hitting each other, I can hit a heavy bag pretty hard, and I don't think I hit a third as hard as Mike hits. And I'm going to tell you right now, with a couple of shots that he connected to Jake, especially right under, if I would have hit him, it would have floored his ass. So you're telling me Mike didn't? I don't believe it. Thanks, Full Throttle. He is. Yeah, Mike looks great. His back was yoked. Tasakudo Hine. I don't know 58 or not. He can still throw a hook. Yeah, dude, I would not want to get hit by him. I would love to get in a ring with him just to say I got beat up by Mike Tyson. Jake was talking crap today, and he said he took it easy on Mike. Yeah, of course. He's a heel. Like the people he's got around him, they got him playing the heel very well. Um, and I think I don't know. To me, it reminded me of wrestling, WWE. Not one opponent has knocked down Jake. Yeah, but not one opponent's been a boxer either. Do you think the fight was scripted? I would bet every dollar I ever made in my entire life that it was scripted. All right, hold on. Let me do a set here. I'm doing horseshoe squats, which I use to open my hips up, and then I'm going to get into some barbell squatting. Point the toes out, get the hips open. Do-do-do-do. You know, they say people on gear have weak tendons and aren't flexible, but it's because they don't train. I want to see Jake fight Diaz. I want to see him fight the older brother. Jake is a beast. Yeah, I don't think so. I think he's good against people that aren't boxers. He doesn't fight anyone in his weight class. The one time he actually did, he lost. The only boxer, legitimate boxer, that he's ever fought, he lost to. It's like he beats up old men that aren't even as heavy as him. You know what I mean? Like, pick on someone in your own weight. If he fights somebody in his weight class, in his age group, we'll see. I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, like, he looks good. He's put a lot of time into training. He looks the part for sure. And I think he does train his ass off. But until he answers that question and gets in there with somebody of equal caliber, and I think the reason, but you know, you could also say, why would he though? Because look how much money he's making. You know what I mean? He just made $40 million, so. If you beat an old man, you get his pension. GSK. What percentage of workouts do you do at your home gym versus going to a commercial gym? Lately, I haven't been going to a commercial gym much, but it was about 50-50. And then 3 days a week, I go to a boxing gym. Artist Boxing on Sunset and Pecos here in Vegas. Trainer Paul Mayorkeen. Many V, what's up? Agreed, he would lose at his age group and weight class. They're building him up for true bigger fights. I mean, of course, I don't want to discredit the guy. I mean, he's obviously got talent. He can obviously hit. But like, you know, like I watched all of his fights and he wings his hooks. And that's how he gets so much power behind him. If he gets somebody, like, imagine that fights in like Mike does, but is his age and can actually get inside, he's not going to be able to use that. That's his only weapon. He talks about being able to knock fools out. That's the only weapon he has, is that hook at a distance. Commercial gyms between 5 and 9 p.m. are no-go if you value sanity. I was like, what do you mean? I mean, yeah, no, I know exactly what you're talking about. I like going at like 4 or 5 in the morning. Vlad, yeah, I would just love to see him actually fight a real fighter. I mean, he never got agreed to the rematch with Tommy Fury. And honestly, like, Tommy's kind of disappointing, to be honest with you. You think like is he the younger brother of Tyson? Jay the Nightmare. I'm a boxer too. Cool, dude. What's your opinion on it? Flamenco Guitar Lessons Online School. That's a hell of a name. What am I supposed to write so you can read my comment? Am I also not important? What did I miss? What did I miss? You ignore me. Not on purpose. Flamenco. Fight looks like a cartoon. Oh, well, I thought you were making a statement. I'm sorry. No, I try to talk to everybody, but it is moving kind of quick though. So if I do miss you, it's not. That is what the super chats are for. No, I'm just kidding. What's your PR in what lift? Elvira. For squats this year, the heaviest I've squat was 650. Flamenco. Yeah, sorry, buddy. I wasn't ignoring you on purpose. It's hard to keep up with. Doesn't want to do a real boxing match, Vlad. Pretty sure he's already complaining about CTE. Yeah. Hey, you know what? If it turns out this was all about money, I don't know. He's putting in a lot of effort, though. I mean, look what his brother did. His brother never claimed to be a boxer, and he fought Floyd Mayweather, and it was like, it was not good to watch, but look how much money he made. Perio, hello, bestie. I'm doing okay. Shameless plug. Yeah. Elvira Vasquez Flores. That's a cool name. He doesn't want flamenco guitar lessons. Do you have videos of that online? Your guitar? I'd love to hear. I do like that style of music. My son's a guitarist. I play the drums. Good Sam, mate. Please put something in cover down unless this is a gay show. Well, maybe it is if that's what you're looking at. What's wrong with I'm wearing compression pants. I guess you've never seen what powerlifters lift in. I was actually going to wear my singlet tonight, but it's I got to wash it. All right. And baby. We use a camber bar because it moves the center of gravity about 4 inches forward, which makes it a little bit more like a high bar squat, which hammers the quads a little more than the glutes. fact, these even have pockets in them. Yeah, I put my keys. What's the old Marine Corps saying? It's only gay if your dick's touch. My bad. Good luck with your professional work. No, I don't. You guys didn't. You don't have to retract your message. We got thick skin around here. I'm married with kids. Not that there's a lot. That really doesn't mean anything these days, huh? I thought my shorts were tight. Dude, I got way worse than this. Godzilla Ultimate. I hope I'm not dirty-minded. You know, I'd be a liar if I didn't admit that I know what I'm doing. Pixart, what's up? Hello, how you do? Greetings from Germany. Glad to have you back. Jonathan, God damn it, I need glasses. Jonathan 669 Garage. Yes, sir. What's up, brother? JC 316. This dude is great. Keep hoping. Fuck, I need glasses. My wife set me up for an appointment. Yeah. Keep doing you, bro. Love the channel. Thank you. I haven't dyed my hair in a while, and I'm kind of letting it grow out, so I almost have a normal haircut. But I'll sometimes mohawk it, dye it, and then every once in a while I'll bust out the gauge earrings, and I go through weird phases. There was a while there I was working out in my work clothes. I had my work vest on and my boots, and actually the boots make really good squat shoes. Without okay. I love you guys. Cable knitter. Without this site, you probably out flashing folks in parking lots. Embracing the bald. If I was gonna go bald, I would just grow a beard out like a Viking. Greeting. Oh, I missed one here. Oh, wait. Giomar Gallardo. Greetings from Spain. Jason Fox, how many years have you been working out? Have you? About 10 years. Total? Probably since on and off since I joined the Marine Corps. When I got out of the service in 03 to 05, 06 there, I really let myself go. I was I was drinking and doing drugs, and I got up to a really, really not good 250, 260, and so for a period there, I got really overweight, but I was luckily I didn't get too out of control. Get a mid-fade pompadour. Yeah. Beards are itchy. Yeah, they can be. Oh, you're a licensed barber? That is so awesome. I cut my own hair. You guys are like, yeah, we could tell, asshole. Every single Marine I know is an unlicensed barber, but we can only do like one haircut. I have got to clean this garage. I don't know if you guys know what I just did there. It's called lengthen partials. So if any of you guys are struggling to hit depth, you kind of settle down into depth and kind of relax into it and just come up and then try to get deeper. That's called a lengthen partial. Dr. Mike Israetel, he's really big on them. Are you wearing underwear under my shorts? Yeah. D1 Tino, thank you. Do you always take long breaks in between sets? Usually 6 to 10 minutes. Although when I'm going light, I don't need to. Jonathan's, what are we doing tonight? Legs, just squats, farting around. I'm gonna work up to a heavy set, and then just do some accessories. Just trying to read. Yeah, absolutely. Hang around, man. When did you start lifting? I started powerlifting. My first competition was 40. So 10 years ago. Before that, I did mostly the same stuff that Bodyweight Beast Fitness does. Lots of like burpees and stuff like that. Thank you, Reed. Poor Tyson. Yeah, I really think the fight was scripted, but he did make $20 million. Can you shout out my girlfriend? It's her birthday. Her name is Jenna Talia. Happy birthday, Jenna. That's from Chase Taylor. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Should I like the live? Well, I would appreciate it if you did, but don't let me tell you what to do. Darian, happy birthday yesterday. Z Donkey, I don't think it was a real fight. I think it was scripted because I was watching. So, Mike, dude, Mike is the master of the peekaboo system. 58 years old. There's no fucking way in hell he's telegraphing, even if he's slow. And he was telegraphing when he does those jump hooks. And just like that to me tells me that he, because once you've trained and you've sparred enough or you boxed a little bit, you know what to look for. Where you could tell when a guy's about to throw a punch. So what do they tell you to do? Don't telegraph. And Mike was telegraphing, and it might not have been really obvious to people that don't box, but it was really obvious to me and some other people that were watching the fight with us. Minnie, my birthday's in 2 days. Everybody's birthday. Happy birthday. How old are you? Don't mind me asking. Tyson wasn't hitting as hard as he could. No, because like there was a couple times, what was it, in the third or fourth round, he got him with a nice clean uppercut right on the chin, and it showed him that should have absolutely wiped him out. Should have been the end of the fight. Mark Magnum, yeah, they were using big ass gloves. Like these are what? These are 14 ounces, which I use for the heavy bag. You're telling me, like I thought the gloves they had were bigger than these were. They were using the Venom gloves. They looked like they were 16 ounces, which is huge. But I've been hit in the face with a 16-ounce glove by somebody that get hit hard, and it's still. Tyson's pregnant. Do a lat spread. I'm not a bodybuilder, so let's see here. I'm going to have to be this way. Let's see. I don't know if I did it right. Do you ever do any martial arts? Well, I train boxing 3 days a week with a professional. I used to do kickboxing, Muay Thai, and way back in the day, Taekwondo, and a little bit of wrestling. Bicep flex. Oh my God. Right on. TBFL Lord 7. Thank you. The bicep flex was for Elliot Hess 101. Did they use 14s AB? I'm not sure. They looked like 14s or 16s. They were pretty big. M&M. Thank you. Jonathan 669 Garage. You know what's up. You know what's up. It's called good lighting. Hell yeah. It's all lies, people. It's all lies. I know that's why I put it that light there. Yeah. But some of you guys can learn from that. If you guys are going to do like a fitness channel and you want to show off your physique, get some good lighting. Work with what you got. A lot of you guys you'd be surprised how in shape a lot of you guys are. Mark Magnum, they changed at the last minute. Sorry, I didn't see that comment. Papacito. All right. I'll make sure that when you put the belt on, do a squat to make sure it doesn't pop your near ribs. Because it's really, really painful to have 400 pounds on your back. And What's your max deadlift? I did 720 on the trap bar about a week ago. And I want to say it's like, right now my max deadlift's probably about 685. Yeah, I did. If you're talking about me, I did tear my shoulder, but it's pretty rehabbed. I've been. Uh, do you still do competitions? I did 2 this year. I competed one last time at the age of 49 to see if I could set the record in the 44 to 49 age group. I was not able to set the national records, and then I competed again at 50 to get rankings. So I'm ranked number 1 in the U.S. for 50 at weight 220, and I'm top 5 in the world. Like I last time I checked, I was like 2 or 3, but I'm pretty sure someone's competed by now. Probably bumped me down a spot or 2. Maybe not though. I'd have to check. Oh, here we go. Wotan. See ya, buddy. Hide user on channel. I'ma keep it real. I love BWC. Big Z Donkey. Ducky, what's your max lift? Like the biggest of all of them? Probably deadlift, because at 720. Yeah, because my squat's like 650 ish. Hoorah! Rabbit. Semper Fi, brother. What's your max bench press? All time? 425. On record, 385 in competition. And recently, right around 405. Some random guy. Are you still trying to campaign for him? He won, buddy. Thank God. I'm gonna keep it real. I think I understand you. Overhead press. I don't really train at overhead press heavy because I've blown my shoulders out. So I use that more to build shoulders and rehab and get work on flexibility. It doesn't translate to the bench press. So there's no reason to max that lift out because it's not part of competition. That being said, what was I doing the other day? I was doing sets of 185 for what was it, 5 reps, something like that. What's best bicep workout to do? I don't really do curls that often. I'll do them for fun here and there, but weighted pull-ups, any kind of pulling movement is going to work your biceps out. Just make sure you get full range of motion. Graham, I'm sure someone has already said this, but could you do us all a favor and fight Jake Paul? I would love to, man. I would love to get in a ring with him. I mean, he's definitely trained better than me. He's got better conditioning. I'm more naturally his weight because he's looked like he had bitch tits. I'm definitely stronger than him, but for sure, by a long shot. I'm way stronger than him. But he's got good trainers, man. Where are your pants? I'm wearing them, buddy. Do you wear pants? Sometimes. So, we're going to do what's called dynamic box squats. Now, you want to blow your squat up? This is the lift to do it. What you need to do, though, you got to keep your core tight and sit slow. 3-second decline. Break that stretch reflex. And when you come off the box, fire up as fast as you can. Beast fitness sucks, just kidding. Dang, body weight, that's crazy. What'd I miss? At your mom's house. Uh-oh, we got some, did I miss a little bit of, whose chest is lacking? You talking about me? My chest is lacking? What are you fucking talking about? You're your fucking mind. It's one of my best features. So any day, lad, I'm putting you on a timeout. We'll say 10 minutes. My chest is lacking. My milkshake brings on. Let's get a. Oh. There's nothing wrong with my chest. You're out of your fucking mind. Oh, Jake Paul's chest. I'm like, what are you talking about? Yeah, Jake got fat. He asked where your pants were. Yeah, but he asked like 4 times, and it's like, okay, it's not funny anymore. Do you Warhammer? Hell yes. Okay. Let me turn my camera here real quick. Wait, hold on here. Get the cord. All right, let's do this. This is what I'm currently working on right now. I got a Titan over there. I got my salamanders. My son's working on his. He's got a Chaos Army and some other stuff over here, and then my daughter's got her skinks. So, and then inside I have a display case with a ton of figurines. That's like, we're huge into Warhammer. I was actually painting on my channel for a while. And I want to do it again. I just haven't, yeah, salamanders, yeah. Hell yeah. But I'm also working on a Grey Knight. Well, I'm working on a, Inquisition, what is it called? Ordo, the one with the Grey Knights and the Death Watch and Sisters of Battle Sisters. Should do a battle report sometime. Hell yeah, no, absolutely. Any tips for getting strong like you, Nate? Barbell. Start doing starting strength 5x5, and hit me up on Instagram. I'll get you set up. I'm probably like $130. Well, you're gonna have to eat. You're gonna have to eat. So, how many calories a day would you say you eat, Nate? AB, you saw thumbnails on my videos and instantly recognized the Warhammer. Check them out. I mean, they might not. You know, I admit that I'm not the most exciting to listen to, but I mean, if you flip through them, I do some figurine painting. I got miniature painting. I love. love to see your opinion on it. I'm 11 and eat motivation. Nate, like 100 and some. Wait, your calories you eat a day is 100 and something? It should be a couple thousand, hopefully. Yeah, Grim's got the right idea. I mean, like, usually, like, do you hand paint those Z Donkey? Yes. Well, I use an airbrush for some stuff. Mostly hand painting. I also use paint markers. I discovered you can go to Michael's and buy these really cool acrylic paint markers, and I love them. They're awesome. They have metallic ones. I got a bunch of colors. I got like they're really handy. Any recommendations on what to eat when you're bulking? If you're a hard gainer, I've t- this is going to sound controversial. I've told guys to just start eating donuts, candy bars, whatever, ice cream, get the calories in. But because a lot of guys can't eat that much, they're not used to eating. So they'll try to eat, like, say, 4,000 calories of clean food: eggs, fish, steak, rice, potatoes. You should have like a 3-to-1 carbs or protein if you're bulking. But if you can't get it down, you got to get your calories from somewhere. So if you want to just cram down a few Snickers bar and a box of Winchell's donuts, man, do it. Uh, Long live the USA and long live Europe. Salmon's good, yeah. Can't go wrong with Whole Foods. Sometimes it comes down to cost, though. I don't know what your. A lot of younger guys don't make a lot of money yet, so it can be prohibitively expensive. David Orr, 3x5s, 5x5s on big lifts. Throw some curls in for fun. Yes, so I only do about 5 lifts total: squats, deadlift, bench press, overhead press, barbell rows, weighted dips, weighted pull ups, and variations of those lifts. So if I don't, like, if I'm doing goblet squats, that's a squat, you know. Well, okay, Diane, so we're talking about something really specific. I don't want anybody to go on a diet of candy bars, but if you're a hard gainer and you can't stomach eating the calories you need, don't be afraid to supplement. Like, it's okay to throw. It's one of those things where it's like you can't. You almost feel bad saying it, but that's what I would do. If I was so stuffed I couldn't eat anymore and I needed to get another 500 calories in, I'm eating a Snickers bar. Warrior, that's almost clever. uh, Liquid calories, protein shake, yeah, yeah, mass gainer. The only reason I don't recommend mass gainers is because they're usually pretty expensive, especially for the good ones. I eat 2 fillets most days. I love ribeyes, baby. I have the same glimpse of protein as my Jessica F. I'm also very lucky because I have chickens and I eat 6 to 8 eggs a day. Uh, uh, David Orr, don't be afraid of a little fat gain. You can lose the fluff in a few weeks easy. Yeah, I agree with that 100%. Eat more saturated fat. I'm not a dietitian, so I couldn't say. So here's the thing, Tess. Drinking 9 eggs. So if you consume raw eggs, you actually don't have as much bioavailable protein as if you cook them. Believe it or not. Cooked eggs have like some insane amount, like 75% more of bioavailable proteins because the cooking uh, breaks it down partially. Because what was that not like back in the day? Rocky drinking raw eggs. Everybody's drinking raw eggs. Like, yeah, look at him. He just drank like 12 raw eggs. Cook them. Go, go and hard boil those bad boys. What about salmonella? It's good for you. I've had salmonella. I think my daughter got it once. if you have your own chickens and you clean them and you feed them and you take care of them and they got nice, like ours are spoiled. I've got what's called Chicken City in the backyard. Your risk of things like salmonella go down exponentially. Like chance, because we can handle them. We bring them in the house. We help. There's one of them. Her name's Flair. She sleeps with my daughter like a stuffed animal. Um, that being said, it's still not impossible. Yeah, Tess, that's actually something I recently just found out. I'm not even joking. Like in the last month, I found that out. What's my weekly training split? Squats generally on Mondays, bench on Wednesdays, deadlifts on Fridays. But I'm actually squatting a couple times a week right now. Facebook's on my ass. Should I go to Mexico or turn myself in? Oh, FBI. Harambe. I drank a raw egg for a dare recently before getting sick. Man, did you have were you stuck on the toilet? Eat my cooking. Trust me, you'll gain weight. All right. Mexico, brother. Jonathan. As a 13-year-old, is it normal to have 3,000 calories? I don't think that's bad. I don't know what size you are, but I mean, you are growing. So, would you like to have some fun with us? How would you like to have some fun with us? Fun time. What are we talking about? All right. Again, for anybody that's just joining me, I'm doing what's called dynamic box squats. So, the idea, I'm going to do a 3-second negative. 1, 2, 3 to the box. I'm going to break the stretch, what do you call it? The stretch rebound. I'm going to stationary on the box. Not going to relax my core. Try not to rock forward, but I'm going to shoot off the box as fast as possible. So I want to accelerate the lift. The idea is each rep should be faster than the previous. Usually I'll typically do these for sets of 2 to 5 at maximum. These are really, really good for quad development, and it will also help raise your 1 rep max on your squat. If you're stuck in a plateau. Ooh, Lord of mercy. So sometimes I'll use a barbell tracker, set my phone up on the side, and it actually tracks the barbell. And I will measure the velocity and see if I'm actually increasing in speed. AB, as long as you're training, 3,000 calories is good. That's about what I eat on training days, 3,500, right around there. Sorry you're busted. I saw those cancer sticks. I'm not judging those since I vape. Oh, yeah, no, so those are my wife's. I don't smoke Marlboro menthols. Ugh. But, I do like how, to say I don't have a cigarette here and there still, I'd be a liar. Ugh, menthol. Ugh. But I don't even think she has cigarettes in those. Yeah. There's nothing in there. Oh, she's busted. Look what I found. Oh my God. This is a bubblegum cigarette. Oh no, that's not good. That means my daughter is trying to be like mommy and daddy. That's bad. I'm going to have a talk with her. Where's the Coke? I live in Vegas. It wouldn't be hard to get. Let's see. It's a blunt. I thought so at first too. I thought it was one of those little, what do they call it? What you pack the weed in, and but it's a bubblegum cigarette. Even though they still made those. Pregnancy test. Oh, I don't even want to think about that. Reginato. Yeah. Well, to be fair, I'm trying to I'm trying to quit. Like I just kind of like sometimes I get stressed out and I'll give in. I'm just being honest. Thought he found a bag of weed. My wife's got that in the house. I don't partake though. Nothing against it. I just don't like it. How's it going, small guy? Right, pretty good. Crew. Uh, Sebastian Lamb, your muscles are so big. How do you feel about Kyrie Jackson's death? Let me look at that up. I didn't know he passed away. He died July 6th. What did he die from? Let me look his death up here. Death. Ooh, where'd he go? Two former school teammates was killed in a car crash in Upper Marlboro, Maryland in the early morning hours of July 6, 2024, when another driver attempted to change lanes at a high speed and struck two vehicles, including one, which Jackson was a passenger. He was 24. Police believe that alcohol was involved. Well, that sucks, but I mean, I don't know what you want me to say. Like, you got it. Reginaldo, you're welcome. I try to be honest. I was a huge stoner in my younger years. I don't get me wrong. I'm a drug addict and alcoholic, and I've been sober since 2013. I did some drugs. I just don't care for weed, but nothing against it. I think it does a lot of good for a lot of people. Who do you think won the fight, Mike Tyson or Jake Paul? Crew. I think it was scripted. I think there was a couple times Mike hit him that he should have absolutely knocked him out, and I don't know what Paul was doing. He was sweating his ass off, though. That's the only thing that confused me about the whole thing. I mean, they put a good show into it, but so the thing is like we were talking about. Even though Mike's 58 years old, we box. You know what I mean? And he was telegraphing that jump hook he does. You know, where he does the peekaboo and he comes forward and he jumps into it. He was telegraphing that. That man is a master of the peekaboo system. He trains people like there's no way he would telegraph that in a real fight. It's just not. It didn't even make sense. When I saw that the first time, I was like, okay, maybe he got a little excited. You know, he saw an opening and he was just, and Jake Paul jumped back really quick. But he did it 2 or 3 times, and I'm like, why is Mike telegraphing that? Why doesn't he just get in there and hit him? Because it was fucking scripted. I'm working on quitting smoking. It's rough, though. It does. Sucks, man. Yeah, I agree. It looked like it was holding punches. I think so. Because I went back and watched it. I wasn't sure. He looked good the first 2 rounds, and I thought Paul was just gonna hug him the whole time. I'm like, oh, here we go, this shit again. gonna tire him out, and it's gay. But I had to go back and replay it a few times because on the third round, Paul hit him with a flurry, like he got him upside the head, and he grazed him, and he hit him 3 times. But Mike partially blocked all 3 of those, so they were not solid hits. They didn't really do anything. He might have gotten a point or whatever. They might have scored it, but he didn't hit Mike. And then Mike came in and uppercutted him, and in slow motion, you could see his chin go back. And I was like, if I would have hit him square like that, it would have knocked him down. I guarantee you. And Mike hits 4 or 5 times harder than I ever could. Riz God. Jake. Tess, who's going to beat their hero? No way he would shame Tyson. Yeah, I don't know. I know that he plays the heel, and he's got people around him, and then he's leaning in. To me, it's like WWE. It's like wrestling, you know. Jake, he looked old. He is old. What the fuck, man? Sea whales, are you ticklish? I don't know. Yeah, probably. Paul's face looked way too good. Yeah. Look, 58 years old. I'm thinking in 8 years from now, am I going to slow down that much? Because I'm still pretty fast. And now my big thing is I can't go more than 3 rounds full bore. Like full 3 rounds. That's some cardio. You got to train. But he did. I don't know. Well, yeah. Tequila. 40 mil, yeah. Jonathan, 40 mil. Oh, yeah, exactly. I've seen you do kickboxing. You've ever done any sort of grappling? Yes. We did the Marine Corps martial arts, make maps, and I got pretty proficient with that. I did a little wrestling back in the day, but I would not consider myself a proficient wrestler. I know enough to stuff takedowns and defend myself. It's quite a feat to spar for 8 rounds. Yeah, man. Dude, I'm telling you, if you guys, that's a lot, especially like you bigger guys. A lot of people can throw a hard punch. A lot of people can take a hard punch. But if you want to know how hard it is to actually fight, go find a heavy bag, set a timer for 3 minutes, and hit it as fast as you can for 3 minutes. Don't let up. It will be the longest 3 minutes of your goddamn life, and you're going to wish you were dead. Are you on roids? Yeah. Simple. Short answer, yes. Robert Burham. Mike looked like he was holding back. Yeah, absolutely. I agree with you. I feel like another 8 would have been good. They were such short rounds. It's quite a feat on its own to spar for 8 rounds. Yes. Came to troll, but you seemed nice. Good luck, bro. Thanks, Hines. But if you got a smart-ass comment and it's funny, don't be scared to drop it. How do you throw a jab? Is that... No, Jonah Fuentes. You served in the Army. No, I was a Marine. How do you throw a jab? Is that something I could practice at home? Yeah, as a matter of fact, there's a guy that does tutorials. Let me see here. I'm going to go look at my playlists. Watch later. What is his name? Ah, crap. Where's watch later? Oh, here it is. Come on. His name is, he's an ex-professional boxer. Oh, here he is. Tony Jeffries. Look up Tony Jeffries. He's got some really awesome tutorials. And he'll walk you through a really basic, like, jab cross and then get you started. basic head movement, foot placement. Nothing that, I mean, you'd be surprised what you can learn from YouTube tutorials. But if you're gonna want any kind of real proficiency, I would recommend getting a gym with a trainer, like an actual professional trainer. But just to get started, yeah, man. Then go for 8 to 12 rounds. Yeah, exactly. What are your thoughts on Trump winning the election? Thank God. Holy crap, man. This man is uncontrollable. Not completely. There's one or two guys that do get under my skin occasionally, but they're guys I've known for a long time. And even those guys I mostly ignore, but every once in a while I'm just like, you know. But see, the thing is like, I know what I, like, it's, I can see what I look like in the mirror, so you can't take yourself too seriously. Tyson hits to kill. Both he and Jake were not seriously trying to win. I agree. What is your age? I'm 50. Kubabe? I don't know how to pronounce that. That's what pisses me off. Potential organ. Oh, wait a minute, I'm reading that wrong. You ever worry about having a heart attack at your age taking steroids? No, not at all. Matter of fact, come on here. Where did it go? So every morning, I measure my blood pressure, and usually what I'm shooting for is 120/70. Resting heart rate's generally around 71. I do a lot of cardio. I get my blood work done every 1 to 3 months. And we look for, not only are we looking for what my hormone levels are, we're also looking for things like triglycerides, creatine in the blood, there's markers that indicate organ damage. So my health markers compared to an average 50-year-old are 100 times better. You know what I mean? So, like, I would say that I have way, 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 way less of a chance of having a heart attack than the average 50-year-old man. I mean, it's like, are you concerned about liver damage taking Tylenol? I could ask the same question. You know what I mean? I think rare breed, the conversation about PEDs and steroids and things of that nature needs to be an intelligent one. Because what it is, it's a zero-sum game. And it's very ideological. It's like talking about abortion. People are 100% for or 100% against, and there's no nuance. And there's a lack of understanding of what you're even talking about. Like, if someone say, you're on steroids. Okay, what am I on? Because there's a bunch of different compounds that do a bunch of different things, and they have a bunch of different effects. So which ones am I on there, buddy? You know what I mean? It's like, what are we talking about? I like to try to make it an intelligent conversation where we go into the weeds and we talk about the nuance, and we talk about the reasons for doing things, and we talk about the amounts we take, and we talk about health markers and things of that nature. It's like, let's get into it. Let's dig in. That's the one thing I'm hoping Trump does when he goes, what is it, the Section 230? I hope he gets rid of the censorship so that we can start having intelligent conversations about this. Holy cow, you're old. Yeah. What is your total testosterone? Last time I got my blood work done, it was hovering right around 1,200. Did he vote Kamala right? Too nice for Antifa. I'm not sure what you're trying to insinuate. Eli Franklin wants a shout out. Best exercise for someone just starting out. My height's 5'7" and I weigh around 160. I'm just trying to get to you someday. Starting strength 5x5, barbell lifts, squat, bench, deadlift, overhead press, and a rows. The Jamsey, Scotland. What's up? That's more where my brother family comes from. I like how he's reading each comment. I try to, although I do have to do some exercise. What's your total testosterone? Again, it was last time. Last time I checked, I got my test done. It was hovering right around 1200. Jonathan. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Hey, man, watch a ton of your content. Love it. Keep on trucking. Hell yeah, Jesse. Rich Piana did all that safety stuff, but he's dead. Okay, what's your point? Rare. Okay, Rare. I mean, can you honestly say with a straight face that what I'm doing is anything near what Rich Piana did? Like, first of all, I don't take Trenbolone, so that just by itself sets us apart. I don't take HGH. I don't take insulin. You know, if you want to know what I'm on, you can ask me. Let's start with that instead of you being presumptuous. Rich Piana died. Okay. You can't take outliers to prove your point. You know what I mean? There's such a thing as a bell curve. You take it when you're doing a bell curve and you're trying to find means and averages, statistics. You always throw away the outliers, which is the low and the high. You look for the median. Rich Piana would be considered a very, very, very far outlier. Let's see more about Rich Piana. I love Rich. Rich is an awesome dude, by the way. I miss him. Not like we were hanging out, but I met him a few times, and he was a really cool dude. Best assistance exercise for bench. More bench. And I'm not really being hyperbolic when I say that. So what I like to do is I rotate 3 barbells. I rotate this camber bar, which extends my range of motion and stretches my pectoral muscles out. And then I do the regular bar, regular bench, and then I do the football bar, which is a wide grip. And between those 3, I get an overload, a deficit, and then of course regular. So it's, but yeah, I would say, if you're trying to get your bench bigger, one of the first things you can do is just add an extra bench day or two for about a short period of time, 3 to 4 weeks. Take a deload. What I would say, David, that's for David Orders. You can also hit me up on Instagram and we can talk about it. He's on raw liver. Ugh, my dad used to eat liver. I can't stand it. Ibrahim. Hi. I'm good. I really hate. I hope I'm not mispronouncing people's. Who should ask the doctor to get blood work? YouTube don't. Yeah, we're talking about. I got demonetized last time, and the only thing I can think of is I was talking about steroids. But Jackie, I'll say I take right now I'm on 200 milligrams of testosterone a week and 100 milligrams of what's DHB or boldenone. No, they're gonna be different when I'm competing, but that's usually what I'm. Are you flexible? Do you work on your flexibility? Yeah, I can do the splits. Nah, almost. I would say I spend way more time doing flexibility and mobility work than I do heavy lifting. Is it good to weigh 192 pounds at new wrestling? Wait, what? Is it good at weigh 192 pounds at new wrestling that live 290? Well, David Orr, you're welcome, brother. Best comment. He's on the liver. Do you count macros? No, not really. I just try to watch what I eat. Do you practice martial arts? Right now, I'm doing strictly boxing with a professional trainer, but in the past, I've done kickboxing and Muay Thai. What's with some older men always walk around or sit with belt throughout entire session? I don't know. Why does it bother you? Like, I don't really. I try not to think about things too much. Good night, Gen X Rabbit. Thank you, brother. I hope to see you again. Can you try a squat with a weighted vest strap on your back as well as a barbell? You probably, but why would you want to? My friend who does taekwondo is so flexible. I'm so jealous. I got some videos. You can look at my playlist, especially my physical therapy ones, where I do a lot of stretching, and we can start getting that flexibility. As a matter of fact, a lot of the variations of squats that I do just for warm up will get you flexible. Horseshoe squats, Jefferson curls. We got a lot of different ones. I just started boxing. My footwork is shit. Is only shadow boxing enough for me? There's some guys that say all you need is shadow boxing. As a matter of fact, Runt, you're in the chat. You're a big you're big on shadow boxing. By the way, what rack do you have? I don't know what the fuck this thing is. It's Powerhouse. I love this thing, man. Got this cable machine. Pull-ups from it. Yeah, with the pull downs. I mostly keep it because it's got that cable. It's got a nice 2-to-1 in one direction, and it's a 1-to-1 if you pull on both of them at the same time. The guy asked me why I don't take my belt off. What did my dad say? There's no such thing as a dumb question. There's only dumb people. I'm curious how effective they would be. Well, you know me, Bobby. I like to keep things as simple as possible. Do steroids make people angry? I think it makes angry people angrier. Well, anytime you're messing with your endocrine system and your hormone profile, yeah, it's going to severely affect your mood, especially if you're not trying to put any kind of principled use behind it. But most of the people I know that have roid rage or anger issues are all on trend. How come getting a leg pump is hard to do, even if you hit it with lots of sets and reps? It's not like the arm that right away it gets filled with blood and you can see the pump. Wartime, the best pump I ever got was from shortened range of motion squats where I overloaded. But if you think about it, like your calves, your quads, your legs, you're using them every single day. So you got to figure like you need to be able to cause an adaptation to change. So it's going to take a lot more to cause an adaptation to something that you're using on a daily basis. And AB, you're right. The pump's not necessary, and I don't really ever focus on that. But it is nice to feel. You know what I mean? It's kind of, you know how it is when your arms are all pumped up and you're like, hell yeah. Same thing with the legs, I imagine. Shadow box with intensity. Dad, is that you? No. Float like a butterfly, sting like a bee. Dad, when are you coming back with milk? He went up for a cigarette. Me and Mom really miss you. Wartime, sometimes muscle targeting is a factor because your legs are used to compensating, being that they're designated as your main support system along with you. Yeah, exactly. Grim. Actually, what I'm doing now, dynamic box squats, they give your legs a nice pump. I'm doing really slow negatives. I usually do a 3 count down to the bench, and I rest and I break the stretch reflex, and then I shoot off with as much force as possible, like I'm trying to jump or push through the line of scrimmage, or so you know what I mean. I'm trying to generate force with my with on the way back up. Give me a second here. I'm gonna go tinkle real quick, and then I'm gonna hit this 315. Oh my God, it's getting cold out. Check my comments real quick. Chest is hardest to get pumped. Go for the stretch. Do oh, you don't get spoto presses. That's like about 4 inches off the chest and just shorten range of motion. He used to just crank those out. But see, I don't know how good that is for hypertrophy compared to stretching the muscle. Blah, blah, blah. Rare breed, increased chemicals in your body, so over time, if not done correctly and in moderation, it can cause enlarged heart and circulatory issues, making it so your whole body needs more oxygen. Yeah, yeah, it can. You need to adjust your position in your exercise to target your chest better. Oh, you're talking, okay, we're talking about that. Fill in that deficit. Does taking steroids feel like when. I don't know if I should talk about this. I probably already lost my monetization. 45 seconds to a minute. Okay, you're. Stop drinking. I haven't had a drink of alcoholic beverage since 2013. But that's not bad advice. It doesn't do anything good for you. But Baidyat Hind. Oh God, I hate it. I hope I'm not mispronouncing your name. Hello, dear. How are you? Good morning. Good morning to you too. It's evening for me. Still grows just a bitch to feel. Yes. Do you think someone natural should take advice from someone taking steroids? Well, Rare, I was natural till I was 45 years old. And I was powerlifting for half a decade up to that point, and I had the national records. As a matter of fact, in 2016, as a natural, I had the USPA national records for the 100 kilo weight class. That still doesn't mean you should take advice from me. I'm just a moron in my garage. You know what I mean? We're just talking here. uh, Baidyat, I'm from India. Hello from India. You guys are awesome. King Osig. Osig makes you sleep better. My sleep sucks. Do you post your videos? You record yourself on YouTube, so okay. Side conversation. Colton, hey, what's up? Anyone who takes roids is likely more experienced and serious about training. I will. I think I can talk about this. What concerns me is the rash of popularity of channels of younger people glorifying the use of steroids. I really feel that you should practice delayed gratification, which is different. And I'm not saying I'm good at it. It's something I've struggled with my entire life as an addict. Um, but I would think you will really want to explore your natural strength. Try, because here's the thing: whatever you don't have when you stop taking steroids, you're gonna just lose it. But if you've really built a natural physique, you have something. You're gonna retain that. Much of lifting is Matthew. Yeah, Matt, you're 100% right. The conglomerates in the house. Take the advice that makes sense to you. Much of lifting is common sense and time investment. Yeah, and I don't think I lift any differently than I did when I was natural. As far as how I do the exercises, if anything, I'm better now because I've learned a lot more, and I've learned a lot more from you guys on YouTube. To be honest with you, having conversations like this has improved my lifting. Uh, oh, that reminds me. I gotta make Matt, where'd you go? Where'd you go? Add as moderator. Yeah, save. Can you flex your muscles? You gotta get under the lighting. Up the shoulders. Oh shit! I gotta go back. Here we go. You'll eventually plateau as a natty, though. You will eventually plateau as a steroid user too. That's the thing. This is what scares me about a lot of people that go on is you look at the guys like Olympia lifters or um, who's a good example? What's that? Throw some names out there. But anyway, the guys that are really like always trying to get bigger and stronger, especially for like Olympia, professional bodybuilders, you'll plateau if you take the same amount of whatever for a period of time. You're going to plateau at those levels. So you take more, you take stronger compounds to keep going, get bigger, stronger, faster. Then now we're talking about getting into dangerous levels. Now we're talking about doing some serious long term damage. I've been in the same weight class for 10 years, so I don't really need to do a whole lot to maintain this. Does that make sense to you guys? And because I was natural for almost my entire life, I probably had I have more androgen receptors than somebody who was using steroids in their youth, meaning I respond better to it, as do a lot of older guys. A little bit goes a long way. And it's going to be different for everybody. A lot of experience is anecdotal because you just don't know. If you don't know the history, the genetics, the program of whomever you're talking to, it's hard to be able to say that you're going to get the same results they will get. But one thing, I think that every single person that messes with their endocrine system can talk about our side effects and issues that they have, because that's going to be common to anybody. I'm highly ectomorph, want to gain some. I don't really believe in what do they call those body types? But I understand when you say ectomorph, hard gainer. Sometimes you gotta like quadruple the calories you're eating if you want to gain more. For ecto, ecto. Am I getting them backwards? Ecto's skinny, right? I use Adderall. I'm only laughing because when I got out of the Marines, I went through a couple of years there where I was messing around with meth. You get a lot done. Or actually, you can spend a lot of time getting a little bit done. Skinny ectomorph. But yeah, I go to the gym. Oh man, I don't really want to think about it, but yeah, Adderall and lifting. Olive oil gains. Sun has a hummingbird metabolism. Yeah, so a lot of guys, I ask them, well, how many calories are you eating? They're like, 2,500. I'm like, try 6,000. Earlier, we were talking about eating candy bars and donuts and ice cream, and you were all like, well, that's horrible advice. But well, the context was hard gainers who don't have the stomach to cram down 5,000 calories of food. Sometimes you can supplement with Snickers bars, you know. Not recommending that as a diet, but avocados are awesome. Let's see here. Who we got? Arrow Gwen 566. What about crack? Lek Shimmy Rahiv. I used to lift 200. Holy shit, 200 gram Powerball. That's, you know, I love the different types of training from different cultures. I absolutely love it. And I wish I could experience it. You know what I mean? I wish I had access to it. I would love to train with you. I'd love to train with your equipment and your style for a couple of weeks. King, it makes me work out 4 times longer. Well, if you think about it, King, that's exactly what creatine does. Creatine affects the ATP system, which is your powerhouse in the cells, and it allows you to lift longer, means more reps, means more gains. That's why creatine works so well. And it also has a secondary effect for most people of adding a little bit of water weight, which fills them out better. Better have voted for Trump. Good Lord, are you kidding me? We got all 3 houses, baby. I'm not really considering myself, I'm definitely not a Republican. I'm more of a libertarian in spirit. Peanut butter is my go-to bulking aid. The only thing I would caution with peanut butter is some people are sensitive to sugar. I mean, here I am telling you to eat candy bars, but one thing I do feel like I probably should mention is that um, a lot of Americans are what they consider to be pre-diabetic because of our diets. And I would definitely get my blood work done and find out how you're doing in that regard. What is your weight, Badet? Badet? 220. 220 pounds. Dump avocado on Mikado salami sandwich with sliced Kobe Jack cheese. Chug 59 beers. Only having a BMI of 19.8. I think I'm at like 11% body fat right now. Right around there. 100% peanut butter has very low sugar. Okay. We actually have a peanut butter machine. You can put peanuts in it and a little bit of oil, and it'll make like nut butter. It'll make nut butters. That sounds so dirty. We could do it. We could do almonds. We could do cashews. CR9 fact. Hello, brother. How are you? I'm doing good, man. How are you doing? Graham. If you increase healthy fats, limit cardio workouts, focus on sleep, and increase calorie intake, eat more frequently, that should help offset the higher metabolism. Yeah. You know, it's easy to say eat more. But that is like the biggest. We can't break the laws of thermodynamics. You can't create matter from nothing. And if you're burning more than you use, you'll never gain any weight. You got to have a surplus. Powder peanut butter. Look at that shit we used to have in our MREs. By limit cardio, I mean prioritizing weightlifting and strength training. Agreed. Depends what your goals are. I'm 16 and on a cycle. Can you expound, Graham? I'm from Haryana, India, Asia. Mahadweep. That's awesome. We got a couple people from India in here. Women need a healthy dose of baby batter in their lives. That's great advice. I only tried peanut butter once in my life, but it's great to bulk. I'll try it. Well, with King, what's cool about peanut butter is it's cheap and readily available here in the United States. I mean, you use, like, I've got probably 4 jars sitting there. The kids make peanut butter and jelly sandwiches all the time. Pasque, I've been working out for 3 years and I'm thinking about starting a cycle. I'm 19 years old. Do you have any recommendations? Yeah, don't do that. Stay natural. Get strong. Eat more, lift heavier, progress, go harder, find out what you can do. Put it off. Just say, you know what? What if you. I think someone should have to earn taking steroids. And I only say that because of how dangerous they are and how much they can change you permanently, especially the younger you are. You really don't want to fuck with your endocrine system. I'm 50. You know what I mean? Like I was already in the tank. I like your hair. Thank you. Normally I have it cut or a mohawk or something, and I don't know what I'm doing with it right now. Seed oils are a large concern. Yes, they're horrible. Any hydrocarbons are terrible, terrible for you, especially the what is it, the hydrocarbons that are in seed oils, especially when they process them. The body just can't break them down, and they're just not good. They're just not good. They're like poison. They cause inflammation. This is a whole bunch of bad stuff. Bite, what is your favorite sports? I like combat sports and football, basketball, but lately I haven't been watching much of either of those because I think they've kind of gotten watered down, and basketball is just not as exciting as it was when I was a kid. Your shirt is the best. I don't know where the hell I got this from. I would never wear this in a public gym, like beast mode. Beast mode, yo. Not sure, Grim, not sure if you already commented on this, but what are your thoughts on jalapeno cheese spread? Which are the stuff that comes in MRE's meals ready to eat is, I don't know what's in that stuff, but it is delicious. Wartime. I made one of the most common mistakes that bodybuilders make in the beginning. I ate like 5,000 calories a day because Rich Piana said so. Oh wait, 275, and it took me a year to burn it off. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of what they call dirty bulking. I don't think it's necessary. I think you can have a slight calorie surplus and over time drive your weight up, but you want to train to go with it. So you're not accumulating a bunch of fat because fat doesn't help you. There's no reason to put it on. You're not going to have a calorie surplus without putting some fat on. It's just not possible to not. But there's no reason to get all, like he was saying. What's the biggest difference your programming from 30 to 40 is more focused on mobility? I didn't start lifting heavy until I was 40. I don't know what the fuck. I was going through a midlife crisis. I got sober. My son was born. And I was just in a gym, and I'd always been a pretty strong guy, so we were doing bro lifting, not with no goals whatsoever. And in the corner was a multiple world record holder named Alan Ayers and his wife Bonnie, and they were the head of the USPA at the time. And they were training there for free on Wednesdays. And Alan told me and my buddy Steve that we were going to hurt ourselves because we didn't know what we were doing. And I thought he was an asshole, but I was intrigued. So I went and started talking to him, and next thing you know, we're training with this guy. And 2 weeks after we started training with him, he shows up and he's got a singlet and wrist wraps. And he goes, if you're going to train with us, you have to compete. And he hands them to me, and he entered me into a local meet. And the rest is history. I got the bug. And my buddy Steve still competes. He just set some records in the, what is it, the Submasters, 35 to 39. Here in the, we still train together. We got sober together. Steve's my dog, man. You Brangle. That's a lot of juice. Oh, we got a sanctimonious prick alert. Real food is better than protein powder, I believe. Yeah, I don't really. Protein's cool if you're like, you know, lazy in a rush. But the real food's always better. I don't really use a lot of protein powders because I have access to it. Dude, if you go in my house, I probably got 100 eggs in there right now. I've never lifted heavy. I do moderate weights for rep ranges of 8 to 12 ABU. That's all you need to do as long as you're doing some kind of progress. Um, then that's perfectly acceptable. Are you getting good results? Wartime, same here, recovering drug addict. I've been sober since 2013. Hell yeah, brother. What do you consider high body fat percentage? I used to weigh 108 over the span, and I'd say around a year of lifting, I gained like 40 to 50 pounds. Is that bad? If it's 40 to 50 pounds of fat, that's horrible. But no, I don't think that's bad. T. McGee, congrats on getting sober and thanks for sharing your story. Thank you. I appreciate that. Deutschland, what's up, brother? Marcus, my father was a role player right before Iraq. His name was Zachariah Hussein Away. They allowed him to keep all the MREs he stole. Well, no, well, he role played. That's good. When you say role player, what do you? I'm not sure what that is. Is that a cup you're wearing? So, it's all meat, baby. Isa Caballero. I'm a new subscriber. What is your story? With dumbass Marine that lifts heavy in his garage and somehow is able to train to be one of the best powerlifters in the world for the age of 50 and older. uh, we like to talk about training, life, and we just have fun. Want to get good at powerlifting. How do you get good at powerlifting? Well, what helps is to find. Do you have access to any of the gyms in your town have powerlifters? Anyone that actually participates in the sport? Because if not, you're in the right place. I'm on Instagram, Charles.Widener, and if anyone messages me and I don't get back to you right away, I do work a lot of hours, but I will eventually, I try to talk to everybody, and I can help you get oriented and in the sport. I've helped few people on YouTube that I've never met in my life actually enter competitions and do really well. Your body weight's 165 and your bench is 245. That is incredible. That's good numbers. How old are you? You want to get good at powerlifting, you got a good bench. How's your squat and deadlift? What kind of work do you do, Jonathan? Right now I'm the Las Vegas area safety manager for Southwest Steel. I was a steel worker for 13 years, and previous to that, I was a carpenter after I got out of the service. Now I wouldn't say senior management, middle management. Isa, okay, wow, I'm happy to be here and learn from you. Well, appreciate that. We all learn from each other. T Dog Gaming 17. What? T Dog, so you would be at what's considered juniors. That's to the age of 22. I think 23 and is open division. You, what state do you live in? That's state record territory. At least the numbers you're putting up. Maybe close to national records for your age group. Whiskey Thief. That's a great name. I have a 65-year-old. I knew a 65-year-old took testosterone, ate better, lifted squat, bench, deadlift, and deadlifted 650 in 2 years. 65-year-old. He's a big boy, right? I'm deadlifting currently. Oh, honestly, well, I hit 720 on the trap bar the other day. I would say like 680. That's crazy. So anything over 600 is just nuts. YouTube makes it seem like everybody deadlifts 600, and it's like, no, they don't. Gunbillies, Paranormal. Am I reading? You guys got some good names. I got sober in 2017 and 2021. I won the state arm wrestling championship in Oklahoma. I'm about to get back in the gym. Congratulating your sobriety. Hell yeah. Do you know Eric Spoto by chance? Because he had the world bench press record, and then he got into arm wrestling, and I kind of lost track of him after that. It's fun to have one protein shake for one of your meals. Wartime. Yeah, you can. I mean, I know a lot of people that do that meal replacement. T-Dog, I'm in Pennsylvania. Nice. I was just close to you. CR9 fact. And my age 40 years. My son's 18 years young. Joining him in the USA Army. That's possible. I don't want to give you bad advice, but I'd rather see him become a Marine. The Army pays better, promotes faster, has a better quality of life, they get better gear, but it's the Army. 2018 for me. That's awesome, dude. 1890. Dude, you're putting some time behind you. You're jacked, dude. Damn respect. Chris Time, thank you. T-Dog, your YouTube makes me feel small. Makes everyone feel small. When you go to the gym and you look around, who's doing what you're doing? Very few people, I guarantee it. Let's Indian leg wrestling. Oh, I watched that. That's nuts. You guys are crazy. Me and the 12 love you long time. A great name. Nothing feels better than doing rep after rep, hanging out. Speaking of which, let me get this set in. I've rested way too goddamn long. So since I've waited this long to do this, I will remind everybody what I'm doing is called dynamic box squats. What we're doing is we're doing a slow descent, 3-second count, sit on the bench, break the stretch reflex, fire off as fast as possible. Each rep should be faster than the last. La, la. Big dump truck. Victor P, thank you. Don't eat beans before doing them. Wartime, is there any private ex-military special forces training for civilians that are serious but can't get in the military? So you can become a mercenary. There is. And I could actually, if you hit me up on Instagram, I can put you in contact with some people I know. But I don't want to steer you wrong. I don't want to say something that's inaccurate. But yeah, the short answer is yes. Tess, I worked with a trainer once, could barely walk for 2 weeks. Okay, you want to feel sore in your legs? If you've never done dynamic box squats, you're going to hurt the next morning. I squat big. And just the way I was doing 315, because you're accelerating off the bench, you're almost like trying to launch to the ceiling. It adds another layer. It almost works like both fibers, fast and slow twitch. Got that big chungus. King Rhino, thank you. My current squat is 235, deadlift 275. I was going to say, but following Matt Vena, can't go wrong there. On Boost Camp, make consistent progress. I'm on 3 of 12. I'm going to turn you on to somebody. I want you to check out Dr. Mike Israetel, Renaissance Periodization. Why? Matt Vena is a powerlifter. He's one of the best in the world, but he's honed his program to him specifically, and he's not like a lot of people. Dr. Mike Israetel is more about the science of muscular hypertrophy, which is really what hard gainers and people that are starting out need to focus on more than trying to perfect lifting heavy, if that makes sense. You got want to put on, because the more muscle you put on, the more you can lift. And it's like, they're not mutually exclusive, but I want to start. There's two things like you won't get from Matt Vena or who Johnny Candido is another one. Well, I did his program before my last meet, and I killed it. But I had already, I already had all these principles instilled before I went on that program. Johnny Candido is another one you guys could follow, powerlifter. But what Dr. Mike Israetel puts is tempo, slow, 1, 2, 3, stretch, which is where you're going to get the most hypertrophy. Just adding those two things, like when you're doing biceps, the classic school of thought was you want to contract that muscle at the top, squeeze it, right? Well, no, the growth mostly occurs from the stretched position. So lengthening that muscle, you got your attachment points, stretching that muscle out as far as it can go, and then that's where the growth occurs. So a lot of us were doing it wrong for a long time. Now, there's so much overlap in the styles of training because just using the muscle and going heavy is going to force it to grow, period. But you want to add a level of efficiency to it that's going to put you, it just makes everything better. You have my axe. Chase Davis, I'm doing deadlift specificity. At the end of a recent periodization, I maxed at 405, and now going through another period, and I'm midway through, but it's taken me more than 2 days to recover. So if you tax your body fully, like say you do a set to absolute failure or a true 1 rep max, it takes 9 days to recover on average. So understanding that, knowing that yes, you can go 4 days, 2 days, 5 days, you're cutting into that recovery time. So what'll happen over time is that cumulative stress will build up and you'll need to deload. You absolutely gonna have to take some time off in order for the body to recover, and that's when you want to hit your PR. Could use more muscle in my frame. Yeah, eat and do what we just talked about. So you're built like a giant. I'm built about as good as I can be for somebody that's maintaining a weight class. I've been 220 pounds for the last 10 years of my life, so I've stayed at this weight. I've not tried to get any bigger, and I've just tried to get as strong as possible at that weight. Do you have any experience with specificity and perhaps maximizing high frequency programs because the volume is so low? My question is, how can I deadlift every day in a productive way? You're talking about like Smolov or what's that Bulgarian where they max out. Yes. So if you want, if you want to deadlift every day, that's that's rough on the back. So what I do is I rotate. I do conventional deadlift, and then the next day I focus on doing deficit stiff leg deadlifts, which is where I get most of my strength from. And then I rotate into a trap bar deadlift. So that's actually like a decreased range of motion where I overload. So I'm cycling through all three of those. And if I was going to add a fourth lift, it would be called a dead row, which is where it is exactly what it sounds like. You roll the bar to your knees and then you pull it up to you. Between those four lifts, it is a form of deadlifting every day. But if you're talking about doing a conventional deadlift, specificity, every day, you're going to have to go pretty. I would say you really need to listen to your body. You know, if you start feeling stressed, you got to stop. But okay, so you're trying to PR though, right? You could probably do that for about 2 or 3 weeks and then take a deload and try to hit a PR. Let's see. Are you natural? Kyle McDermott. No. Vincent Gibson, you have a good body. Thank you. I missed some comments here. Let me see. They're going by so fast. From 3 rep maxes, it feels like a shame because I'm only doing deadlifts, nothing else. How long are you planning on doing that for, though? Do you have any experience? Let's see. How are you going from Michael Bell? Oh, hey, what's up, Mike? I'm looking something up, Mike. C-H. Let's see here. Oh, I was gonna look up a program for specificity for deadlifting with high frequency. Where's Bob? Is Bob in the chat? Because that's kind of his specialty. Isa Caballero. What's more important, training or following your diet to gain muscle? I struggle with my protein goal and I get discouraged. I think the protein numbers are overrated. Now, me being older, age 50, staying at 220, I don't, what the conventional school is that you need 3 grams of protein per 1 pound of body weight, right? I think it's way too much. I think that over time, that's too much for your kidneys. It's going to degrade your kidney function, especially as you get over 40, 50 years old. I eat a third of that. You know what I mean? I just don't eat that much protein. And I think you don't, I think that we've been prescribed way more protein than we need. Um, Kyle McDermott, I go to failure. That's kind of what I do. Unless I'm doing like a weird lift like this. You don't want like failures when you're doing dynamic box squats, it would be dangerous. Are you East Coast or West Coast Marine? I went to Paris Island, baby. But I was stationed at Camp Pendleton, so I got the best of both worlds. Oh, come on. What is going on here? My chat just went bye-bye. What is going on? Uh-oh. I just lost a bunch of questions. I got a question. Is curling 23 pounds good for being 17? Yeah, dude, I mean, that's really all I ever work out with. You know, when I'm doing curls, I have a curl bar that weighs 35 pounds, and I'll put 25 pounds on each end, and I don't really go much heavier than that. I do a lot of reps, though. Uh, Mateus Official. My name's Killer. My name's Killer. Killer Clown. I did ab workout every day, and I feel a bad hip pain. Couldn't do anymore. What exercise is best for ab workouts? Well, first of all, hip pain is serious. Like if you're working your abs and you're hurting in your hips, we need to talk about that. Cheney Caney, please see my message. You're gonna have to ask again, brother. I went by so fast I lost it. What's TRT regimen? Testosterone replacement therapy is doctor prescribed. Wartime. I do squats and bench. I do my squats on the bench for safety. I'm cautious with my left knee after injury. I'm still getting work done. I feel so wartime. Something you could add to that is body weight full range of motion, or as far as you can go. That's something I do because I've had knee surgery, and then you can kind of start adding weight to that, like goblet squats, things of that nature. Can you repeat what you said about protein intake, please? Yeah, I think that we're told to eat way too much protein. They say you're supposed to have 3 grams of protein per 1 pound of body weight, and I don't see any evidence to support that because I don't eat anywhere near that. Would you recommend taking TRT as we get older, and do you believe it shortens our lifespans? No, if you do it right, if you're working with a doctor and you're monitoring your blood pressure is the biggest killer of men over our age. It's what causes organ damage. If you're monitoring your blood pressure and you're checking your health markers, like your triglycerides, your cholesterol, your blood sugar, all that stuff, I think that TRT can extend your life. All right, we're moving too quick. I missed a couple more comments here. Gregory, hey, what's up, little guy? How you been, little Robin falling down? Put some pants on. I see your moose knuckle. Hey, looking's free, but touching will cost you. The little guys really put up with work. The little guys really put it up with workout. Okay, Gregory Adams, you don't diss the sand fleas at Paris Island. Oh man, Archie Nickel, yo hey, Cheney, my maintained calories 1,800 to 2,000. Oh shit, where'd it go? God damn it. All right, you know what? I need to get my mouse. Here we go. This touchpad is what keeps screwing me up. Let's see. My maintenance calories is 18 to 2,000. I'm taking 900 to 1,200, and I have not a single kilogram in 1 month. Been stuck at 74, 76 in a month, but gained muscle. Why haven't I lost weight, though? You've gained muscle, but you haven't lost weight because your body's recompositioning. Muscle weighs 8. What is it? 3 times? Well, how much more does muscle weigh than fat? It's a lot more. So if you're recompositioning fat into muscle, you're going to gain weight. Absolutely. Even if you look skinnier. Let's see. You're all natural. No, I'm not. Fallout 4. Follow this guy really works out from ice. I hope that answers your question. Yeah, that's good. If you are gaining muscle and you're gaining weight, but you look like you're losing it, you're recompositioning. Absolute. Why he kinda. Gregory Adams, I love you, little brother. Yo, let's work out together, and I get you bigger, brother. I don't want to get bigger. I compete in the 220 weight class. Oh. Bro, I got to mess around. Yeah, no, I know. If I look like I'm serious, it's because I'm trying to keep up with the chat and read all these. How much can you squat? So far this year, my biggest squat was 650 pounds. This is the new account here. Josh, there you go. What's up, my guy? Do, do, do. bro, you don't gotta mess around. No, we're good, Gregory. Chinese, thank you, my beast. GBA, beast. Have you tried the carnivore diet? Yes. I did it for a month. Fucking loved it. But one thing I realized about the carnivore diet is it's like a lot of people think that the carnivore diet's what cured their issues, especially if you have autoimmune or allergies. It's an elimination diet. So the question you need to ask yourself is going on carnivore, is that what cured your issues or was it eliminating what was poisoning you? So my point being is I think the carnivore diet is great, but you should be able to reintroduce foods you like other than meat. Um, but depending on what kind of issues you have, I mean, I know a couple people where carnivore really, really works well for them, and they've been on it for months. Mm, Me, the 12, love you long time. Thanks for answering all the questions. Appreciate you, big dog. Thank you. I appreciate that. Isa, do you have a gym membership? Yes, I have a membership to EOS Fitness, and I also train boxing at Artist Boxing on Sunset and Pecos. For anybody here in Vegas. What's the leg day? Cheers from Canada. Uh, Willie 39. Very good body for your old for your old ass. I'm doing dynamic box squats right now. Chads will be dads. Well, very smart though. Spot on about the carnivore diet. Miracle cure. Which is yes, yeah, and that's why you see a lot of people that when they go vegan, they say the same thing. Oh my god, it cured all my problems. It cleared me right up. Did it? Any tips for beginners with body recomp? Yeah, focus on just getting stronger. Um, Obviously, you're trying to burn calories, so don't be afraid to get after it. Like high intensity lifting sets to failure, that kind of thing. Uh, what do they call it? Cardio. Don't worry so much about losing fat. People get caught up in that, and the scale will lie to you. The scale's a liar. If you're gonna go by your scale weight, your weight can fluctuate naturally 5 pounds a day, and that's just in water weight. So really, you want to go by the mirror, and learn to love yourself the way you are. You know you're getting better. You know you're gonna make progress. Well, none of us are where we want to be. What lifts are you in love with right now, and what are your favorite as of late? Squats are my favorite. I think just because I'm so proficient at them. I like bench and deadlift because I'm a power lifter. But I would say, what lift have I been having fun with? Uh, Weighted pull-ups and dips. I have a box in my youngest time too. Oh yeah, I'm not. I'm training with a professional trainer, and we spar a couple times a week, and I'm getting okay. I'm getting decent. The Kodiak, the scale is misleading. Absolutely. When I was trying to measure myself for competition to make sure I came in at the right weight, I would measure myself in the morning and at night when I went to bed. And then, because you could see, you can average it out. You can see where you're going to be and kind of get a good idea of what you're going to weigh when you wake up and you're fasted. Neck work. Yeah. What do I do for neck? Really, I mean, we roll around when we're doing the boxing training. We'll get up and we'll roll our necks on the canvas, and I would demonstrate it here, but the floor's all dirty. Does lifting wrong cause neck tension? Yeah, lifting wrong causes a lot of problems, but creatine is God's gift. Creatine's good stuff, and it directly influences the ATP cycle in cells, and that's how your cells produce energy. It's a really nice tip. Love yourself the way you are. Thank you for answering my questions. Yeah, you know what? You got it. You have to. You can't, like, we all look in the mirror and we hate what we see. And it's like, that's no way to live your life. Because one thing I've learned as a power lifter is, like, no matter how big my lifts get, it's never enough, ever. I probably suffer from body dysmorphia. What do you think of, Jesse? What do you think of the stupid Tyson and Mike fight? I'm disappointed. I saw Mike pulling his punches. He was telegraphing. It was a rigged fight. It was a work. Sounds like you're doing beer ups. Chance will be dead. The best diet is carnivore for everything, health, athletic performance, everything. Though the carnivore will not cure autoimmune disorder. I'm not 100%. I agree. Like I did try carnivore for a month just to say, like, straight carnivore, nothing. Um, I don't. Here's the issue. I don't think ketosis is the best form of energy for powerlifting, for max exertion. Honestly, I think that the your body burning glucose is better for maximum strength output. There again, retard in his garage. What do I know? It's anecdotal. Where do I live? Vegas, Las Vegas, Nevada. Oh yeah, for boxing, neck work is crucial because that's how you prevent yourself from getting knocked out. I see the PR I haven't hit in a long time. 3 sets of 80 kilograms, 8 reps in incline. Wide grip, not super heavy, but great for my standards. Dude, a PR is a PR. We don't give a shit what the weight is. Anytime you do more today than you did yesterday, that's a win, baby. What are your best bicep routines consist of? I don't really do a bicep routine. I just do a lot of pulling exercises. I do barbell rows. I do seal rows. I do one arm croc rows. I do pull ups with weighted uh, deadlifts, of course. Dead rows. The only time I really do curls is when I'm bored and I don't really have a routine for the day. Dylan, I don't think it's possible to ever be happy in the gym. Have you ever met someone satisfied? Nope. Now, some people like they're there just to have, like it's a daily routine and they're just there to stay fit, and God bless them. Tried keto and lost fat, however, I always felt slightly tired and very weak at the gym. Yeah, that was my experience. If you have mitochondrial issues, carnivore is important. Expound on that, Tess. They just incorporated neck exercises with the head apparatus gizmo thing. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Dylan, yeah, no, for real, for sure, dude. Tyson was getting slower round after round, and Jake was kind of hard. It was kind of hard. It took it easy on Tyson. Nothing really happened in the ring. I don't, I don't know, man. I watched the fight and I replayed it, and there was a couple of times where Mike hit him square, and I hit hard. If I would have hit him, that he would have absolutely been floored. And I know for a fact Mike hits 5 times harder than I ever will. So the fact that he didn't even stagger, I was like, I don't know, man. The other thing is that when you train boxing, you know when someone's telegraphing because they train you to look for it. The person watching the fight might not notice it, but a little telegraph, it could be just a little. Maybe you do a certain step, then you just know when the guy's going to go. Mike is telegraphing. Now you're going to tell me that the absolute master of the peekaboo system, ingrained, is going to telegraph his main hit, the one where he kind of hops into the hook. He was telegraphing it, so he was giving Jake an advance warning to move back. And it just blew me away. Like the first time I saw it, I was like, "Oh well, maybe he got excited." But then he kept doing it, and I'm like, "Mike, what are you doing? Like you're slow, you're old, but you're not. You have the setup for it. You're right there. Why are you telegraphing?" And I'm like, "Oh, I know why. I get it. I see what's going on here." A couple of times Jake tuned him up, but he was partially blocking him with his hands. And I told my wife, I was like, "It looks like he just hit him 5 times, and it didn't do. It was a work. It was an absolute work." Yeah, Dylan. Yeah, 100%. I like your advice. I'm happy I found your channel. How often do I do lives? I try to do them. Chat and chow. My current deadlift. I did 720 pounds on the trap bar the other day. Um, Instagram, Charles.Widener, Weidner. Hit me up, and if you need any specific advice, I can give you go into more detail than I can here. Holy cow, 97 likes. That's cool. I wonder if I should like it. Should I like my own video? T-Rail. I don't think it was real. No, it wasn't. I don't believe so. The scorecard was retarded. I'm like, who the do they are they even boxing judges? I wouldn't want to see Mike fight seriously today, anyways. The man deserves his rest. Glad he's got. As someone who's 50, I box and I watch these kids, and it's you don't you get old. You don't grow up. The brain doesn't it doesn't stop loving what it loves. We think in our minds we're still in our 20s. We feel like I can go right now. I'll kick his ass, and it's like you don't realize how much speed you lose. And I think I was very fast for my age, and very strong for my age. But like if I got in a ring with a 25-year-old, I'm like probably find out really quickly that I'm only as good in my head as um we want to go. Like Mike wants to fight. Like I think that's the point I'm trying to make is he wants to go so badly. He misses the crowd. He misses that, all the stuff. And it's like, how do you tell an old guy you've had your time? You did good, kid. I mean, maybe coaching's the answer. Maybe it's training, and maybe it's passing on what you learned to another generation, and being part of that team and giving away what we've learned. I'm just not done competing yet. I've got some fucking world records to get, and I'm going to be put in the Hall of Fame in the USPA. God damn it! So, but I might have to hang it up here soon too. That's funny. You know what, Justin? Okay, maybe I'm delusional, but I believe I could actually hold my own against Jake Paul in a ring. I think I could. I trained with Paul Mayorkin. He was he trained under Freddie Roach, and he was one of Manny Pacquiao's trainer. He was on that team. Cesar Chavez on his team too. The guy's a good trainer. He's training my kids. I do fight in a seniors league. They call it the it's called the what he's got some weird name. It's like morning breakfast crew. It's a bunch of old farts that go in there and we all fucking fight each other. But like I don't know, dude. I hit really goddamn hard. I got on video. You can judge for yourself. And that's why was Mike biting his glove? That was fucking weird, wasn't it? The only thing I could think of is he got popped and he wanted to make sure he didn't drop his hand. What world record are you gonna go for? I want the USPA national records. 50 years old, 220 weight class, squat, bench, and deadlift, and of course total. I need to get like 1,760 pounds, and my current gym best total right now is like 1,730. My best total on record for the USPA is 1,650, and I set that last year. It's like I'm still making gains. I'm 50 years old and I'm still gaining. I also think a lot of that's because I didn't have the mileage on me that a lot of older lifters had because I didn't start powerlifting until I was 40. Look, Bryce, the life in the USA is different because it's all transportation here. If Mike Tyson lived in the Philippines, I bet he could have defeated Jake because in the Philippines, everything you do is physical. Manny Pacquiao, hard to argue. That guy, dude, if you ask me who the toughest boxer is, it's Manny Pacquiao. He might have lost a couple, but that guy is a freaking machine. I think he did it to remind him to keep his hands up. Thank you, Dylan. Tyson losing 25 pounds and a lot of blood, and even after that, he stood up for 8 rounds at the age of 54. No, he's 58. Julio Cesar Chavez is a legend. Hell yes, he is. No one would try to beat you up because they would get beat up so bad. Magic Johnson. There's kids at my gym that really want a piece of me, but coach won't let me because he's like, well, first of all, that kid's gonna kick your ass. And second, if you did manage to like hurt him, his dad's gonna be pissed that some 50-year-old guy's in there beating up on his kid. I'm like, yeah, but he's 22. Like, yeah, you gotta be careful. Manny Pacquiao beat Mayweather, but was robbed. 100% agree with you. When you pass 50, there's no way you're being comparable to 27-year-old. Yeah, I mean, okay, for short periods, like for the first 3 rounds test, dude, I can give him hell. Move pretty quick. But then it's, you know, age matters. You're right. Nice flag in the background. Hell yeah. Does your wife like fitness like you? Yes, but she's injured. She got in a car accident. So, oh, what time is it? Oh my God, it's 8:30. I gotta hurry the fuck up. I'm in trouble, guys. This is gonna have to be my last set. I told her I would be done, and I'm out talking to you guys. Thank you for reminding me. Oh my God, I'm in trouble. Oh no, wait, it's Saturday. I'm thinking we have school tomorrow. Still, I still need to hurry there. All right. Right here, man. So when you're launching off, you just feel like you're, man, it just gets your quads. What can you bench press? Right about 405. Matt. Yeah, these are called dynamic box squats. Michael Hearn, that guy, you don't think about it. The age-old question, natty or not, of course he's not, but he's made so much money off of that. You can't have any pudding if you don't eat your meat. I hit 50 and my body said, Tess, how old are you? Yeah, Pink Floyd is the shit. Look, Bryce. Thank you, appreciate it. So, Hitman, that's only 405 pounds. But I'm doing what's called dynamic box squats, so I'm about at the upper limit of that movement. Remy. It's late in the video, so I guess I could say I'm on 200 of test and 100 of DHB a week. Bold note. Have you ever tried training? Yes. I did for 3 weeks, roughly. And I did not... Strong. Works really well. But serious side effects. Acne, anger, high blood pressure, just all going out of my mind. Trying to make you crazy. So I got off that. Right? I won't mess with that. I don't think anybody over the age of 40 should ever try trend. Just leave it alone. You don't need it. It does nothing for you. Unless you're No, because DHB gives you most of the benefits of trenbolone without the side effects. What do you think about another 30 years? Pink Floyd, I've always liked Pink Floyd. What is it? What it ain't chicken paint? What is what it ain't chicken paint? Reality is a bit challenging. Yeah, no shit. Incredible power. Thank you, Hitman. Just eat right. That's a good start. Advice on how to stop getting anxious in the gym. So, mindfulness. You got to stop worrying about, okay, so when we go to the gym, the number one thing I talk about, or people talk to me about, is everybody's looking at me. Nobody gives a shit. Nobody fucking cares. Somebody might look at you and they might laugh at you. Or they might go, whoa, look at this guy. But you know what? They're on to the next. Everybody's wrapped up in their own bullshit. It can feel like everybody's paying attention to us, especially when we're feeling self-conscious or anxious. But the fact of the matter is, if your hair could be on fire, and people they're concerned with themselves. Nobody cares whether you're overweight, whether you're big. Get a guy like me in the gym where I stick out and I stand out like a sore thumb, and it's like, whoa, yeah, I get a lot of attention, but like even me, like as soon as they're on, nobody cares. Everybody's wrapped up in their own stuff. So the point is you got to tell yourself like you're here for a purpose, and it's way more important than the opinions of other people. One of the reasons, like I dress like you, I dress like a goofball, purposefully. Like I know what I look like. I know I look retarded, and I have fun with it. And part of that was to get over the anxiety that I used to have when I was in crowds of people I didn't know. Now it's like I embrace it. You know what I mean? Like I just love it. You got to learn. I see these people that go to the gym and they're just covered up in layers of clothes. They don't want to show themselves off. And then you have the other side of the spectrum. You got guys that are like, put some fucking clothes on, dude. The bottom line is, it's like, think about it like this. Everybody at the gym is trying to do the same thing you are, which is better themselves. So you've got a lot of common. What really helped me get over my anxiety in the gym was to just go up and start talking to people. Obviously, stay away from people that are super focused or in the middle of doing stuff, but strike a conversation up. Just start talking to people. If you can. That's hard. That's easier said than done. I understand that. Hey Zeus, hey man, I'm just starting to work out, so I'm noob at this. How many sets and reps per set to achieve muscle growth? I'm going to give you a suggestion. What really worked for me is whatever exercise I was doing, whatever weight I was working at, I always took one working set to failure. And that pretty much covers it all. You try that for like 4 to 6 weeks and see if you don't get some results from it. The other is tempo. Tempo is slowing. 1, 2, 3. Boom. 1, 2, 3. Tempo, stretch, take your set to failure. Can you give us an example about what you eaten today? Today I was bad. I woke up and I had 3 chocolate chip cookies. And then I didn't eat, and I haven't eaten yet. That was this morning. I have not eaten. I do intermittent fasting. Once I'm in my window, I'll usually have 6 to 8 eggs. I'll have some cheese. I'll eat some rice. Normally have a roast going, a couple pieces of chicken. I'll eat desserts too, like ice cream and stuff. Is the pre-workout is a corporate? The pre-workout is a corporate to anxiety. Yeah, it can be. What is your favorite bench accessory to do? I don't. So if realistically, if I'm doing bench press, my accessories, I'm gonna do close grip, and bring like a guillotine press where I bring the bar a little bit higher, which focuses more on the triceps. Triceps respond really well to heavy weight. So a lot of people, they do the extensions and pull downs. Screw it, man. Load that shit up and get some weight on it. But I don't know. I'll do like rope pull downs and I'll do press downs with the cable machine. I like to do skull crushers. I'll mix it up. Definitely not on roids. I don't know if I always when somebody says that I look natural, I feel like slightly insulted. What are you saying? Like, yeah. Ah, trust me, the steroids you have you pre-diabetic, and if you go into diabetic issues, oh yeah, that's bad. Bad, bad, bad. Yeah, which is why I get my blood work done regularly, and I monitor my heart rate, and I keep track of everything. Steroids are definitely bad for you, if you, especially unmonitored. But if they can be deployed in a way that can increase your health markers and extend your life. I mean, there's health risks with being low testosterone too. You know. We eat rice every day in the Philippines. I got a rice cooker, and we do that the way you guys do. You are in India. Trump, hell yeah. Kids, I gotta get going. I told my wife I was gonna be done by like fucking 7:30, and it's 8:30 now. Ugh, I'm blowing it. No one, the one with the long name, force. Blessing you, Gen X. I appreciate it. God bless. I'll see you guys tomorrow. I'm gonna get on and do something. I might do some boxing with my daughter. That's always a lot of fun. I'll go to the gym. I'll actually go to the gym. All right, guys. I love you all. I will see you on the battlefield. Thanks for sticking with me.